All right. I'm live on all of them. Coin collecting side hustle is an interesting side hustle for sure. For sure. It can be a good one, especially if you know a lot about coins. All those things can really matter. I've seen Pokemon cards too, is a great one for sure. So, yeah, is everything good over there on Instagram? Am I buffering? Everything's fine? So, my lives recordings get posted to my YouTube channel. Hey YouTube, how's it going? I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Live. So if you hear me answering, so if you can't stick around for the full live, you can go to my YouTube channel. The link is in my bio and watch the VODs. I'm also trying to work on summary blogs of things we should evaluate, look at. So let's just get started on buying a side hustle, right? That's what we're talking about. Thinking about buying a side hustle. Like when we last left last week, we used some of the tools to understand which side hustles are being searched the least to kind of target where we might be able to find deals. So we saw that such things like, what's up, JM? How are you doing on YouTube? We saw things like drop shipping and uh, what else did we see? You know what? Let's just pull up Flippa and take a look. I'm going to switch my screen. All right. You guys should be able to see my screen now. Should be bringing you in there. So when we left last week, we were actually looking at some of this data that we could see that's available on Flippa. And remember, Flippa is a marketplace of people selling their businesses. And people always question, who would sell a profitable business? There's a variety of reasons. People sell businesses, even their day-to-day business that they own, every day. And the reason why people sell their businesses is a variety of reasons. One, they could have a significant life change. Think maybe they're getting married or having a baby, and just their time is going to go away. They're not going to have enough time being able to do their side hustle anymore. Another is they want to do a life milestone or need the cash. So a lot of times you kind of start up a business and with the whole desire to actually sell it off to get that cash. It's going to be the down payment on your house, or it's going to help you build your next business, things like that. Sometimes people need the cash, or sometimes you go through something rough in your life, and you need the cash to pay for a medical bill or a funeral or something like that. So there are legitimate reasons why people would sell a side hustle. No treadmill today, Brian. I do those on Sundays and Wednesdays. Today is my live that I do simulcast where we're looking through Flippa on what we're going to buy. So that's who sells a profitable side hustle. And Flippa specializes in digital businesses only. There are other websites where you can buy actual physical businesses. You can buy a smog check place, or you can buy a dry cleaner, even a laundromat. You can even buy um, vending machine businesses. You can find those online too, listed online. So there is definitely different places. Flippa is just the place where you can buy digital businesses. So the types of digital businesses that they sell are things like drop shipping stores, which is Shopify. AdSense would be a blog, uh, also another blog. Apps, YouTube channels, affiliate blogs. They sell games, Amazon FBAs, SaaSes, things like that. And if you've been on the lives consistently, what we've kind of determined is, look, we're not going to buy a drop shipping store for a variety of reasons. Number one, it's the most shopped for, but also number two, there's a lot of things about drop shipping that make it kind of a difficult know if we should invest or not. And I'm going to take this picture of this question of selling feet pics. I've looked into this. There are more feet pics for sale than there are for demand. So you can put your feet on there, but people might not buy them. Why? Because there is more demand, or you guys are posting more feet pics for sale than there is people wanting to buy them. So that's the take on feet pics. I actually just got an email, believe it or not, from Feet Finder to see if they wanted to, if I would be their sponsor or they would sponsor me. I don't think I'm going to do that, but I thought it was funny. Um, but cool. So this is Flippa, the types of products. Now, what we determined, since we don't see newsletter here, remember newsletter, then, but Flippa does sell newsletters. Maybe we shop for a newsletter. And we shop for a newsletter because it's not in demand. There's less people shopping for it. So we're going to do a newsletter and look on that. And what I'm going to cover today is how do you monetize? Thank you, Josh. How do you monetize your a newsletter? What is that business model? What should we evaluate? Those are the things we're going to go through today. And then we'll have a FAQ, ask me anything at the end. It doesn't have to be about buying on Flippa. It could be anything about side hustles. So I'm going to probably go around this for about an hour, and then we'll do a 30-minute Q&A at the end. I know you guys come in and out. That's great, but that's what we'll be covering. So today we're going to look through newsletters. Now remember, there's a variety of price points. I first originally started that we were going to buy a business at $500. I've determined that's probably too low of a budget. I only have $500, so I'm going to have to do some fundraising or figure out how to get more money to put towards this. Maybe figure out more side hustles, maybe do more UGC, do more Rover, do more iViewIt to try and get more money here. Maybe if you guys can help me find some sponsors, tag some people, tag Liquid Death or whatever, try and get them to sponsor me so I get some of that income and we can put more money into figuring out which side hustle we want to buy. My plan is I'll eventually buy a side hustle and share with you guys how easy it is to keep going or hard, see if I can keep it profitable or make it profitable, and that's it. So this is going to be a long journey. You don't have to come in every day on Fridays to tune in, but that's the plan. Every Friday I'll give you an update on where I'm at. Right now, we are in research mode. We are shopping for what side hustle. We're not even sure if we're doing a newsletter, a SaaS, a drop shipping store, an Amazon store, anything like that. But we are doing that, okay? Cool. Yo, I see actually somebody I watch all the time in here. I forget, I don't know your name, but you have a cheese and french fries and you're they, them. I watch you all the time. I'm actually geeking out that you're here. Thank you for being here. Okay, let's go. Yes. All right. So we're going to look at newsletters today. Let's go. News. Oh, I already have it searched here. And I think we just have yeah, see, we're not going to bother with this here. We're going to go newsletter. There it is. See, so we're going to just narrow this down to newsletters. Yes, you can buy iOS apps. You can buy e-commerce stores. You can buy Amazon stores, but we're just going to focus on newsletters right now. Now, what are the things we should look at when it comes to newsletter? Or first, how do you monetize a newsletter, right? So let me pull up my notes because I've been doing the research here. So just give me a second. Oh, 1 second. Pull up my notes here. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. There they are. Okay. 1 sec. Oh no. So main things that we are looking at when it comes to how to evaluate a newsletter, right? That's really what are we looking at? Like, what is this business anyway? How is it monetized? All those things. So first thing I have in my notes here is, sorry, coming up. A newsletter, what is a newsletter, right? A newsletter is a regular email just sent out to subscribers with containing news, updates, and valuable content. That is what a newsletter is at the core. We're probably used to e-commerce newsletters or things like that. But these newsletters can be really powerful when it comes to a side hustle because you can really nourish relationships and an audience with them. And the way you monetize, or some of the ways, the benefits of a newsletter is you get direct communication with people. It's your email list, you own it. Even on like a Facebook or Instagram where an algorithm can change like that, a newsletter is pretty tried and true in terms of getting there. Yeah, and there's ones worth 200K. We'll look at that. We'll look at how are these things 200K, right? They're very engaging, and they have an ability to drive traffic and sales. They're pretty good at driving sales, is what I learned from research. Now, potential newsletters as a side hustle, the way they actually generate income are a few ways. You can sell ad placements in your newsletters. So you can go to different businesses and say, hey, I have a newsletter with this many subscribers. I can build you into my new email blast. It's this much. You can have a rate, kind of like a newspaper back in the day, right? You can also just have them sponsor you. So just pay me monthly, and I'll say this newsletter is brought to you by XYZ brand. And you can also, sorry, I need to just make sure I have my YouTube chat up. Well, I don't know where my YouTube chat went. Hopefully nobody's talking to me. Sorry, I was on sponsorships. You can also put affiliate links in a newsletter. So you can have affiliate links in a newsletter. That's a way you can generate income. And people pay to subscribe to newsletters, believe it or not. So you only get the email if you're a paying monthly subscriber, just like the newspaper back in the day. Isn't that bizarre? That's crazy. I didn't know you could do that with newsletters. I didn't know you could have a paid for newsletter. Who pays a monthly newsletter? Apparently a good group of people do. So that's how people monetize newsletters. Okay. The great thing about these newsletters is they are pretty low startup costs compared to other businesses, and they're pretty low overhead. They have pretty low overhead. So that's what makes them kind of good as a side hustle, right? Now, when it comes to a newsletter, they're usually in a niche. So we probably hear a lot about niches, but a newsletter niches you typically see are things like finance or business, economy, health and wellness even. So there are health and wellness newsletters that send out diets for the week that you should do, things like that. Crazy, crazy. And you pay for that. And then in there is a bunch of affiliate links. You can be sponsored by like Factor or by, your latest protein shake, whatever. Like that's how you do it. So think fitness, think health and wellness, personal finance, technology, like latest tech news, gadget reviews, stuff like that. That's what is out there in terms of newsletter niches. Now, usually if you buy one of these newsletters, you're going to start to be responsible for the content it shares. So it should be something you're pretty knowledgeable about if you're thinking you're going to do it. But you can sometimes find a newsletter that's already operational where you have what's called an absentee owner. An absentee owner means they're not around. They don't really run it. They just kind of collect the check and maybe do some more of the business back end, but the owner isn't really active in writing what's in the newsletter. They're not the face of the newsletter, that kind of stuff. If you're looking something with an absentee owner, it's going to be a higher price point. It's typically a higher price point because that means you're paying staff. That means you're paying staff. So in theory, you could buy a newsletter where you don't know much about it, but probably we're going to be in the area of wanting to buy a newsletter where we know stuff about the subject. So, and typically a newsletter can add something to a business you already own. So let's take me, for example, where I'm doing a bunch of stuff around side hustles. If I found a newsletter that was all about side hustles, that was already up and running with active subscribers, that would complement my business. And it just kind of feed right into what I'm already doing. That's a lot of benefit. That's a lot of good. Now the chances of finding something like that I think is low, right? But maybe, and maybe in e-commerce, or no, I'm sorry, not an e-commerce, but an economy newsletter would be good. Could be, could be good for my niche. But if you're somebody that like is trying to do, you're already an interior designer, that's your business. You can come here and find a newsletter around interior design, maybe, and that can complement your business. It can help you find more clients. So this is what I've learned a lot about newsletter. What's your guys' general take on newsletters? How have you, now that you've kind of heard about it, what do you think? Do any of you pay for a newsletter? Do any of you subscribe to an informal informational newsletter? I'm curious. Tell me. It's interesting. It's an interesting take, right? I didn't really think people. Yeah, go ahead on YouTube. Someone has a question. You can ask it if you'd like. Uh, but Instagram, do you have any questions on newsletters? TikTok? Yeah, question on YouTube. Some people on YouTube or on TikTok are saying that um, they actually subscribe to newsletters, get informal newsletters. And let me remind you, please engage with my live, give it likes, give it hearts. That all really helps. Gifts and all things always help too. If you're finding this stuff thoughtful, informative, then please make sure you're just giving those high. If you're not, one of my followers said, if you're not tapping, you're napping. So please, that really does help me. So we covered a newsletter. We covered how much you can make, the kind of niches that are in there. Now there are some constant strategies that you get there. Um, okay, no problem, YouTube. We can talk later or go into later. Some of the things you have to make sure when you purchase a newsletter, or if you're going to get a newsletter, you're going to monetize it. From what I've learned, is we need to measure uh, its its ratio of promotions to actual substance. So the general rule is that 80% of a newsletter's content should be should be actual value and 20% promotional. So that's really what it is. Now, what should we evaluate? Like what are some important stats for us to evaluate? What I've learned is subscriber growth rate is the subscribers growing over time. The open rates, the click through rates, the conversion rates, and the unsubscribe rates, or also known as churn. There's also bounce rates and revenue per subscriber. That information is all here in Flippa, so let's get into one. Let's look at one and see what we're going to look at. So there's one for $100,000, way out of my budget, right? I'm going to click into this one because it's already verified its listing, but also the higher the price, the more details they give. And I think it'll help us learn. I think it'll help us learn. So don't be put off by the price tag. There are things that are way lower price tag, but the higher price ones give us a lot more information than what it is. Or I'll let you guys choose. Do you guys want to look at the e-commerce home and garden, or do you want to look at adult girl boss? Which of the two would you guys want to look into? I don't think I have the poll feature turned on, or I'd poll you. All right, girl boss. We're going girl boss. Okay. Let's see what the girl boss has for us. Wow. A 93% profit margin. I like that about newsletters. That means of what you make out of this newsletter, 93% goes into your pocket. That is good. $4,000 a month. This newsletter makes $4,000 a month in profit. Insane. Insane. The opening price is 99. It may go for more. It may go for more. Let's look at the insights here. So this is its revenue. Oh. So one sign I don't like is the revenue is going down. The average is 4,000, right? But it's gone down over the last few months. in the last month of June, it's only made 2,200. It's only made 2,200. That's a little bit of a yellow flag. Now, it's maybe a seasonal business, maybe a newsletter that peaks during holidays and has its ebbs and flows. It's got 3 years of history, so we'll be able to see if this is like a trend that's normal or seasonal, or is it really on its downward side. You can see the same with the visits. It's less. Let's see if we can, yeah. Adult Girl Boss is a highly engaged blog and email newsletter providing strategies and advice to help beginner OnlyFans models to maximize their income. What did I just click on? Oh my God. Oh man. Why did you guys pick the right? Why did you guys pick the right? Oof. Okay, we're gonna continue. We're gonna continue on this one. Wow. So to your question, are these the actual numbers? Because this information is verified. So if you see here, this means they've hooked up their Google Analytics straight to it. So these are verified numbers. These are verified numbers. They're not estimates, they're verified. All right. So yeah, this helps people. This helps people start their OnlyFans accounts. Well, I gotta watch out for saying that because I can get banned. Yeah, maybe I should change because I'm not allowed to say that word out loud, I think, on TikTok. But yeah, 13,000 subscribers. They arrange the way they make their money is they have content ideas, social media templates, and scripts. So they're selling digital products. They sell digital products is how this newsletter makes its money. The products have proven to be high on demand. They also partner with companies and creators for ad placements. So they sell ad placements in there. Let me just look at some Instagram questions here. And TikTok, I hope you can hear me. You're awfully quiet. And don't forget to give me hearts. I haven't got any hearts on TikTok. What's going on? Usually I get hearts on TikTok. I get engagements. Thank you for the advice the other day. I just got $100 for a 1-hour job. Great, Owen. I'm glad that helped, man. And I keep on going too. Keep on going. That's the Owen, you're doing the power washing, right? Doing power washing? There's significant untapped potential here. There's a benchmark for its listings. Let's look at the P&L here. So it's been around for 3 years. The profit margin is 93%. Yeah, look at this revenue. I'm just not liking this revenue, right? 12 months, let's see. And all we could see is all the way only 12 months. I'd love to see it's 3 years. It's 3 years. It only lets us see 12 months. So what we could do is ask them. It's $80 a month. Email hosting is $110 and $30 for the affiliate plugin. Here's the page views. A lot of the content comes from organic search, which is great. This is a great stat. No problem, Ray. Thank you. Make sure you're giving me hearts. Maybe my stats aren't showing on TikTok. I hope you guys are giving me hearts. Let me know in the comments, but I just see heart 0. It's making me sad. But organic search is actually really good for any digital property. Any digital property. Oh, there we go. There's the hearts. Thank you so much. Organic traffic shows that it's getting ranked in SEO. Organic traffic typically is the most profitable side. So I do like its #1 source being organic because it's free. Then it has direct, organic social. So everything's organic. It's not paying anything, which is good. Most of its traffic is from the United States, also good. It looks like we can request Google Analytics access, which means then we can actually see probably the stats for a longer period of time. I would do that if I was seriously interested in this one. I'm not going to waste the owner's time because I'm not going to buy this OF newsletter. So yeah, but this is a newsletter, gives us a good kind of beat on the way things are. Let's look at another one. Oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to hit the back button. Okay, that was Girl Boss. Here's an Amazon KDP education newsletter. Is this a newsletter? No, this is a KDP. This is a book. Oh, you know what? I'm going to save this one for later. I've been wanting to see this. I think it lost my filtering. Oh, no, it didn't. Let's just come back. All right. So here's a 10-year-old email list and chat room for traders, for stock traders. It's a stock trading newsletter. It's up for sale. It's $15,000. It makes $3,636 per month. It makes its money primarily through services and subscriptions. Let's take a look. Now, if we remember, the ways you can monetize a newsletter is you can just charge people to get your emails. Now, this one would probably be good for an owner. We'll read the description. An owner that knows a lot about trade, unless they're already have some people on staff or something. Thank you for the hearts on TikTok. Now it's just crushing it. So I appreciate that. And make sure you're giving me hearts on Instagram too. That's all really helpful as well. Yes, and I'll say only friends next time I'm talking about that. Okay. What's great is this has been around 9 years. The longer, typically, the more interested we should be. If the business has been in business for a longer period of time, that's going to be more data for us to see how's it been doing. Like, it's been around 9 years and it just started making money the last 3 months. Yeah, probably not, right? So I like when they're around for a while. Its monthly profit, which is verified, is 3,600. Great, 82% profit margin. Still great profit margin. An open rate of 34%. I don't know if that's good or bad. I honestly don't know. I'd have to research it. Anybody here know newsletter stats if 34% is good or bad? I don't know. I really don't know. But looks like the revenue had a big spike here. Wow, it made $15,000 in December. Huh. So this could be a holiday. Huh. Interesting. Interesting stat. Let's look about this business. So this is the only email list and chat room are for sale. There's no domain or website. That is why it is priced the way it is. If you want the domain and site, we can discuss that, but listing is only for the email and chat room. Okay, so it sounds like they have an operating website that they're not trying to sell. They're only trying to sell the chat room. Now that is a wrinkle in this whole offer, right? Thank you for telling me to keep up the good rate. Looks like 17% to 28% is a good open rate. So a 34% is super good. Is that what this open rate? So this open rate's really good. Now, one wrinkle is that they're detaching it from the domain, and we don't know how much the actual website is part of this newsletter success, right? We don't know. So that's a wrinkle in this evaluation. Something that we would need to discuss with the buyer. We can look at like how much is their overlap. We can get access to their Google Analytics and look at these stats, but it's something to think about. 16,000 subscribers, steady organic growth since 2014. Great if you're looking to jumpstart your trading and investor website service or get leads to grow your current trading business. Okay, so this business is saying this is a complement to a trading business that you already have. And that is great. That's typically a good move if you're trying to grow a business, is to buy something big. Or buy something to complement it. I am a full-time trader and data analyst, so I basically spend the time providing the options data and trade. So it sounds like unless we're a trader, we shouldn't buy this business because the owner themselves is the person filling out all this data. Now, maybe we could use AI, but I suspect we'd lose a lot of subscribers. It'd be a pretty big risk for $15,000 for us to just think we're gonna trick all these traders, these people that have been subscribing to this guy for nearly 10 years on it. So I don't think this could be our business, but good things to learn here. So here's the monthly breakdown. Here's the P&L over the last 12 months. It's annual revenue. This person has made $53,000 through this newsletter. Actually, that's its revenue. Its profit is 43,000. So it cost around, here you go. This is how much it costs to keep the business up and running. $78 a month, $150 a month, $800 a month. Once you minus all that, they're making $43,000 a month. $43,000 a month. And sorry if you asked a question and I missed it. Got you to 1K. Thank you. Thank you for getting me to 1K on the hearts. I really do appreciate that. You stitched my video and downloaded my content just to get more views for your own stuff. Okay, Brian. I'll have to take a... Oh, I know what you're talking about, Brian. You're talking about your courier stuff. I didn't download any of your videos. I just used the stitch feature in TikTok. But cool, man. So here we go. Let's go back and look at other newsletters here. Maybe more in our budget range. Let's look more in our budget range. Let's go here. So Vinny, I'm still searching. It's going to take a while for us to get to the business we're going to buy, right? It's going to take a while. Right now, I'm evaluating newsletters because I find that these are less competitive in terms of bidding from the data we looked at. This new dad club has kind of jumped out to me a few times. The only thing is it only makes $41. They did slash the price, which means they're having a hard time getting it. It's only making money through affiliate sales. But again, I don't make dad content either. So yeah, I don't think so. So there's only 7 results on the newsletters here, huh? Does this have a keyword? Oh, that's because it has a keyword. Let's remove this keyword and refresh this. What if I enter now? Or let's clear. All right, I cleared the search results, and we're going to go to just get newsletter here. I wish there was a way we could just, oh. All right, here's an entertainment newsletter. We have the trades newsletter, Beehive. Now let's look at something more in our price range. Let's look for something that's more in our price range, right? So my original price range was $500. I don't think the last few times we've been live, I haven't been able to find something in $500, but there's new businesses posted every day. So let's take a look. 500. Yeah, nothing in my price range. Now, typically, gurus are asking what for $5,000 for their courses. So instead of buying a course, what if we spent $5,000 on a side hustle? See if anything comes up. Wow, not even a newsletter in the $5,000 range. So yeah, we're gonna go 10,000. We have 3 options in the 10,000 range. This one's not even making money. This one makes 93 bucks a month, and this one makes 41 a month. So we got to give up my newsletter dream anytime soon, right? Newsletter dream anytime soon, not going to go well if I'm at $500 budget. I'd love to buy a newsletter and show you guys how it works. I think it is a pretty lucrative, pretty low cost, pretty easy for us to maintain on the side. It's not a full-time thing. I think it's easier than drop shipping. I think it's a little bit more schedulable. You know, you're just blasting out emails. but looks like I'm not going to find an option at 500 bucks. So we'll write this off for now unless my budget goes up. I have to go all the way up to 10,000, and even there, it's going to be tough. That's if I want to buy a side hustle very fast. Now I can continue to just troll this and see if a magic newsletter comes up, but right now it doesn't look like a newsletter is in cards for me, for Ryan right now. So sad, sad. Another business that comes searched less than a drop shipping store and things was Amazon KDP. Do you all know what Amazon KDP is? It's another side hustle that we see coming across the internet all the time, a way to make $10,000 in a night. And yes, no, you will not get rich quick on Amazon KDP, but it is a great side hustle. It is a great side hustle if you put in the work. Now, there are people that put in the work that we can maybe buy it off of. So I want to look at Amazon KDP. Hopefully you guys come along with me. I already found one when we were looking through. This is an Amazon KDP store. Again, just so everyone's on the same page, Amazon KDP is publishing books to Amazon. Where you're publishing books to Amazon. And you don't have to have the books in your garage or anything like that because Amazon does print to order. They print them for you once somebody orders them. That's what's great about it. That's what's great about Amazon KDP. And anybody can have access to it. So the way you can get to Amazon KDP is you go to kdp.amazon.com. You go there, you can publish a virtual book, you can publish a print book, you can publish an audio book, and anybody can do it. And then there are all these gurus that say, just get AI to write your book and you can put it on here and yada, yada, yada. It's not that easy because there are thousands and thousands and thousands of books on Amazon. You're going to have to find a way to get your book to stand out from the rest. It's not impossible, but you definitely need to think about your marketing for Amazon KDP. Now, what's great is this person is selling their Amazon KDP. I can help you with marketing your short videos. Okay, there's someone in the chat on TikTok saying that they're a copywriter and they can help write that book. That's awesome. Maybe I might take you up on that. DM me. But let's look at this book specifically. Now, as I've told you guys, if you want to get access to a lot of this data on Amazon KDP or on Flippa, you have to be a subscriber. And you can get 6 months free to Flippa subscription right now. They're offering a promotion. If you click the link in my bio and you sign up from that, you will get 6 months free to their premium service so you can see the data I'm talking about. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen just for 1 second because I got to sign this sheet. So just 1 sec. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Sorry. Everything cool? I gotta check TikTok sometimes because it thinks I'm going idle. Let me just sign this real quick. I signed the NDA. I'm gonna bring my screen back up. Cool. Let me get my chats back up. I got TikTok here. Where's my YouTube and Twitch chat? There we are. Can you show me about pressure washing? I saw your video about it. I could talk more about pressure washing at the end is when the Q&A. Right now we're going through Flippa. So here's a KDP book. It's Pet, Cooking, and Second Language. It makes $3,600 a month. 61% profit margin. Now you can see why I liked the newsletter more than I liked because the profit margins were in the 80s. Now we're in the 60s. Still great. Still great. Don't get me wrong. If you get into drop shipping, sometimes that's 10%. You get into Amazon FBA sales, sometimes 5%. 61% amazing, right? So don't get it twisted. But newsletter, great. Interesting. Wow. So this was on the downturn. but now it's picked up. It's picked up a lot. Now, sometimes sellers do this to sell it. The way you can get this number up is by investing more in marketing than you pay back. So we got to watch that. We got to make sure that this isn't something the seller is doing. And did they verify their data? Let's see. Yeah, verified eligible. Yeah, this looks like it's a verified listing. Okay, good. So that means this data is verified. So here's the business highlights. Primary revenue comes from Amazon KDP. So that's printing the books. Sorry if you're hearing those notifications in the background. There's 2 accounts. The primary markets are IT, I don't know, Italy, Germany, France, and Spain. So these aren't US. Maybe they sell in the US, but it looks like it's more international. So something to think about. Something to think about. It's selling ebooks and books, copyrights, bestsellers, all copyrights included. Oh, you know what? It said it was doing second language, right? So maybe it's teaching English, and that's what these, it's people from Italy, Germany, France, and Spain that are buying them. We'll have to see. Full team included. So it comes with the ghostwriter, narrators, proofreaders, VAs, and designers. Wow. Wow. So if we bought this, all these people would come under our command. And that's crazy. So they're paying all these people and still keeping 61% profit. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. We'd want to learn more about that. It's on Amazon Ads, owner admin designed to be minimal. So it's saying that this is designed for the owner to participate in this side hustle the least. So this is definitely set up to be a side hustle because it's set up for the owner to not be in there. And then it's also saying the existing owner is willing to stay on and help the new owner as much as possible for migration support as well as continued consultancy. So the new owner or the selling owner will stay on and help the new owner get through this. That's good. That's good. Revenue is generated from the books, Kindles. I'm the sole owner of the business and head of the whole incorporated structure. We acquire customers through Amazon ads and video ads via sponsored ads through the platforms. Our customers are from Italy, Germany, Spain, France. We already saw that. Sales dropped during the summer months by 10 to 20%. In October, sales resume 100%, especially in November and December. And that makes sense because typically people are buying gifts during that time, they're buying presents, all those things. So this makes sense. Additional information included in the sale include the sale of, sorry, someone was calling me, I think. Nope, I'm good. Reasons for selling. I have other projects and would like to sell this business to monetize and have liquidity for the future. So as I mentioned, why would people sell a profitable business? It's exactly this reasoning makes sense. I just want to buy a house now and I don't have the down payment. So I'm going to sell my, oh really? Is my audio not working on TikTok? Is that for real? That can't be true, user. Because why would 20 people be watching me on TikTok? No audio. Check if your volume's up. Let me just check my TikTok real quick. Test, test, test. You should be able to. Yeah. Okay, good. All right. So this person is just trying to cash out. They're just trying to cash out their business. General growth potential of the business is based solely on publishing books. So if you publish more books, you'll get more growth. Makes sense. It's been around for 2 years, which I always like, 61%. Here's the P&L. So the blue is revenue, the green is profit. See how transparent this is? Typically, a lot of times, these gurus report the revenue. They report the revenue, but they don't report the profit. These guys have the profit. So it costs $72,000 to run it a year, but only 44, and you make $44,000 in profit. And sorry if I sound, hey, Black Cat, good to see you. Sorry if I sound distracted. I hear my baby crying in the background. Hopefully it's okay. Thank you so much to my wife for watching the kids while I'm live. Um, but I hear him in the background, and it's hopefully he's okay. Um, in Amazon Central, so everything is good here. So how much was this? This is $145,000. Wow. So way out of our price range, but we learned more about Amazon KDP. We learned that this KDP, it's 2-year-old company, how much it's selling for, 61% margin, pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see if we can see other KDP businesses. These are Amazon stores. You see this one sells for $13 million. It's making $250,000 a year. Pretty insane. But let's see if there's anything in our price range for this one. So our max range, I think we said $5,000 because that's how much these gurus kind of charge you for their books, right? All right. There's some things in our price range when it comes to Amazon. Now, these aren't just KDPs though. These are other types of listings. So they're FBAs, they're um, uh, KDPs as well. Here's a Amazon KDP passive income out of Morocco. It's been around for a year, makes $2,400 a month. I like this one because it's more in line with my subject matter since I cover side hustles, passive income. These are kind of there. They're priced based on the owner, I think. I think the owner kind of puts a bid. It's kind of like eBay, Sherry. So the owner kind of puts like its first price out there and then um and then it goes there and then it starts to be on auction. If that helps you, Sherry. So let's look at this. Amazon KDP passive income. It's 52%. So the margins are going down. The margins are going down. We've started at newsletters where one was at 95%, I think, right? And now, and then we went and saw a KDP at 60%, and now we're at 52%. $2,000 is too much, is what Strawberry is saying. I don't know. We have to see. It's a little bit better than the price range. It looks like other KDP businesses, it peaks in December. It makes sense again because that's when people are buying holiday. A lot of people buy books for people during Christmas and during the holidays. So let me just check if my wife's texted me. No, she hasn't. So I think he's good. I don't hear him crying anymore. So the KDP um, KDP account for for sale, which includes 12 books in history for kids, sports for kids, and coloring books, published as both paperback and ebooks. The traffic for these books comes from both Amazon organic search. Organic is always better than ads. And this business also includes Ingram Spark account for sale. Includes 12 paperback and 5 ebooks, includes 16 paperbacks. The pen name of the author of the 3 books has 144 followers. Scaling Peace PC campaigns, let's see. Most of the income. Now I saw, is the owner from Morocco or most of the businesses from Morocco? I'm interested in where is the sales coming from? Like what countries? What language are these books in? That kind of stuff. It's a print on demand. Look, I'm interested. It has a lot of views. It has 79 watchers. I'm going to watch this. I do want to ask a couple questions of this guy. So let's ask him a few questions. So what we're going to, one I want to know is what region do the books sell in the most. Also, what language are the books in? Let's just see what he says. He marked it down from 85,000 to 2,000 because he's trying to get more attention to it. It was listed at 85,000. Not a lot of people were looking at it. So he put it at 2,000 to start getting a bid war, right? And we saw, I think, how many people were watching this one. 79 watchers. Remember, think of this as just eBay for businesses. So it could, with how many days left on this? 22 days left. There's already been 12 bids. Let's see what he started it at. He started at $2. So now it's at 2,000. It'll probably keep on going on bid. Keep going higher and higher. So yeah. And I'll get to the Q&A. I see some of your questions. The drone side hustle is actually a great side hustle. I've seen people be successful at it. And the pressure washer, I could talk a little bit more. I had a guy, Owen, say because of some of the things I talked to him about, he's actually generated some more business. So that's all great news. I'm really happy. But I can get to those in the Q&A. Let's just go a little bit more on Flippa, and then we'll move to Q&A in a little bit. So that's one KDP business. Let's see if there's another. Has a 52% margin. I don't know about that. Or I do know about that, but let's see what else is available here. Now we can sort these by price, I believe. So this is most relevant. Let's do ending soonest. Is this ending soonest now? Not 1 year. Okay, these are all less. Ooh, here's one that's 4 years old. Massage chair, selling for $100. It's only made $3 per month. I think I'm good. I don't think so, right? I think I'm good on that one. Top Bitcoin. I stay away from crypto. Steady income websites. Makes $262. It's $1,000. There's only 16 hours left. Uh-oh. Shoot, I might bid on this one. Just might. Let's see. Let's calm down. Calm down. It's got 10,000. Is it verified? It's established steady income. Oh, it's only 6 months old. I don't know about this. No, you can't sort by you can't sort by book category. Yes, I'll go back to the power washer combo at the end. You can't sort by book category at the moment. I don't think enough books are listed on Flippa for sale. But yeah, 6 months old. It just barely hits my requirement. I say I want to buy businesses that have been around at least 6 months or more. This one's right at 6 months. It's profitable. It's got 16 hours left, and it's $1,000. Should I bid at it for 1,200? I don't know yet. Let's look. It's got 100% profit margin. That's sus. Okay. Let's read through what this business is. We are pleased to present numerologycore.com, numerologycore.com, a distinguished content-rich website in the numerology and life path prediction sector. I don't even know what this is. Is numerology like a astrology thing? Is that what this is? Does anybody know? It's established boasts a robust influx of organic traffic. Organic traffic is always good, and has constantly generated monthly profit over $300 in the past 6 months through ClickBank affiliate marketing. Interesting. ClickBank. Terrible URL. numerologycore.com. We should go look at it. Now the URL doesn't really matter if they're ranking. They may have found a low searched or a high demand but low result path. So featured affiliate product Our first choice affiliate product from ClickBank, the Numerologist, offers numerology readings and self-guided manifestation courses cater to those interested in spirituality and personal growth. This product alone contributes approximately 300 to our monthly revenue. With ClickBank, so what is ClickBank? I don't know if you guys know what ClickBank is, but ClickBank is where is a place, pretty much a marketplace that already has digital market products listed that you can then go sell through affiliates. So you just market those products and you'll make a commission off selling those. That's what ClickBank is. I've heard mixed reviews about their content quality. So I don't know how that goes. Oh, Black Cat, I missed all your gifts. Thank you so much for your hearts and things like that. I do appreciate those. I'm close to my goal on TikTok, so I do appreciate it. So it's a featured, and then there's advanced research tools. It has domain authority, content excellence. I don't know. Growth spots. The future niche of content website lies in their ability to deliver tailored solutions. I just don't know anything about numerology. I just like that this is almost in my price point and almost hits my requirements. Yeah, I'm not gonna bite the bullet. I'm not gonna get the credit card out and buy this one. But this gives me hope. It gives me hope. Um, the Count from Sesame Street. Yeah, it could be the influencer we use for this. But they're talking about some kind of astrology, right? Is that what they're talking about here? Anybody know? Must be. TikTok, Instagram. That's what this is. It says like manifest and life path and how to do your own reading. It must be something like that. Um, I don't know anything about it, so probably shouldn't buy it. Although it hit um, a lot of my requirements. Okay, are we still sorted by ending soonest? Okay. Theamazingtrips.com. 99 bucks, makes no money, skip. 149 makes no money, skip. 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 Okay, we got to put some money here. So minimum revenue, minimum profit of 20 bucks. Let's do $20. Okay. We got that one. Tool Glow, a 4-year-old. Ooh, I like. Wait, why does it say it's 4 years old, but then the site age is only 1 year? Hmm. I'm already watching this one. It's a drop shipping store. Let's look at it. It says it's only been around 5 months, but then in the description it says 4 years. 4-year profit, 125 with profit. This business about is very small. No, we're not doing this. Looks too sus. What do you? Oh, my name is. Are you talking about? Hey Patrick, good to see you, man. We're going through Flippa, and then I'm doing a Q&A. Are you saying numerology is for desperate people in your opinion? Uh, yes, right. It's all about wealth and health. Okay, numerology is all about wealth and health. Got it. Uh, let's go back and see what other side hustles could be for sale here. So I don't like how when you go back, it takes you all the way to the bottom, and then we got to scroll all the way up. Uh, I'll open it in new tabs next time. This has 2 days left, only one bid out of Pakistan. It's verified listing, quality content, 1 years old. Mm, it's got a lot of keywords. It looks like just a spam website based on the image. I'm going to skip this one. I'm going to skip it. Alu, it's based out of a vacuum filtered web-based Amazon FBA. It's 3,000. It makes $61 a month. Oh, it sells Dyson vacuum filters, fulfilled by Amazon. 5 years old. That's a lot of money for 61 bucks a month, and it's Australian dollars. It's Australian dollars. Australian dollar is weaker than the U.S. dollar, so I don't think we go after this one. Uh, Hey, True, what we're looking for is to buy a side hustle. Right now, I have this sorted by which auctions are ending the soonest, and I'm trying to evaluate. We've determined my $500 budget is not realistic, but we're just going through what's ending soon that I could grab. I've upped my budget to maybe $1,000 to $1,500. Uh, yeah, so that's where we're at. We'll just look at a couple more of these. Oh, the feet guide. Uh-oh. Hopefully this isn't the feet finder that we were talking about. Okay, 7 days left. A feet and shoe website making around $250 per year in passive income without any involvement via an Amazon affiliate. Interesting. Selling for 230 bucks. It's got 7 days left. It's got 8 bids. So this is one of those businesses, you guys may laugh at this business, but this is one of those businesses you can buy and scale if you really wanted to. Like if you wanted to, like if you're really into shoes, you can maybe buy this and figure out how to get it even bigger. They've just done some of the structure for you. It's not for me, but don't scoff at these things. It's all about looking at these and what can you do. It's like a diamond in the rough type thing. So just something to think about. I don't want you to just write off these things and go, I wouldn't do that. Yeah, I will buy one eventually. I haven't bought a side hustle. And again, it's going to take time. I'm not making, I just got the money I've made through some side hustles to put towards this. I've realized I'm way out of my zone here. Here's a 2-year-old Amazon FBA store. Um, ooh, and trading cards. I don't know enough about trading cards, but I can learn. It's $3,000. Damn. Damn. I'd be going into my savings if I wanted to do this one. I'd be going to my savings if I wanted to do this one. Let's look at it. It's verified. Let's look at it. It's out of the United States. 2-year-old FBA store in the trading card business, sticker collection, and cosmic industry, earning $1,100 a month. With profit margin at 69%, that's good. That's good multiple. Specializing in this store features a curated selection of cosmic and unique stickers appealing to a broad and loyal customer base. We have 60 to 70 high demand products currently in stock. All products have margin with 50% more. Wow. This is looking good. It's an easy transition. I will support post sale to ensure smooth transition. Why we're selling: after successfully running this business, I've decided to move on and explore new opportunities. There's significant potential growth as we only added 70. What you'll get is full ownership, current inventory, ongoing product supply if desired, post-sale support, so the owner will support you. This is a great opportunity for someone that's passionate about it. 2 years, 74% profit margin. Man, I'm super interested in this. It's just way out of my budget range. Oh, wait. Looks like it's seasonal revenue. No, it's okay. It's got 965 orders, 78 customers. Average order value is 24 bucks, only 4% refund, which means it's good quality product. Oh, I say thanks, cosmetics, not cosmics. I was wondering what the heck cosmets was. I was wondering what that was. Thanks for the correction. So this is cosmetics. Wait a minute. But it said stickers. Cosmetic stickers? Oh, now I gotta reread it since they corrected me. I'm dyslexic, just so you know. So back to school season for shoes probably. Cosmetics and sticker packs. I wonder what these sticker packs are. Man. We can go look at the business. Let's see. Oh. So it's Marvel stickers. It's been up 8 years and up. I don't see the cosmetics. Oh, cosmetics is stickers are cosmetics. Got it. Uh-oh. Hold on. My TikTok is saying I'm not active. So hold on. Let me just fix the live here on TikTok. Okay, so this is the business that's for sale. These stickers are so 80 reviews. 31 reviews. Interesting. Let's look at the actual brand. So this is the brand that wait, it sells paninis? What the? Wait, go back. Huh. It's interesting. It's interesting. After seeing the products, I'm not as excited about it. What about you guys? I don't know. I'm not as excited about seeing this product. Um, Anytime know how to stream in Instagram? What do you mean? I'm using OBS to stream in Instagram. No, it probably sells makeup, which would make up their average profit margin. Well, no, it looks like they're just calling stickers cosmetics. Um, it's out of my it's out of my price range. After seeing the stickers, I'm not as excited about it, but I do still like all this business and its trajectory. It's been around for 2 years, but it says health and beauty. Yeah. This one is definitely one I would consider buying. I don't know. Damn. 3,000's too rich. Because you know what's going to happen? I have to bid 3,050, right? And then someone's going to push that up, and it's going to be the classic eBay. And I'm already in higher, so yeah, nah, I'm not going to do this one. All right. Well, that's Flippa. What did we learn today, guys? Well, we learned how to make money through a newsletter, what their business model is. It's through sponsorships, it's through people paying for the subscription directly, it's through affiliate links, and they're super, super profitable. We saw newsletters at 95% profit margin, 85% project profit margin. What we also learned is my price range of $1,000, even $5,000. There's not a lot of options. So I'm probably not going to buy a newsletter anytime soon unless one comes onto this website and by somehow, some miracle, stays within my price range. So we learned that maybe newsletter is going to be hard for me to do as my first purchase off Flippa. Then we looked at Amazon KDP. We saw that they had good profit margins. There's some various factors that we need to ask, like what language the books are in, who's the mostly it sell. We saw some books that sell mainly out of Germany and France. We need to understand, like, do we need to know those languages to run the ads, that kind of stuff. We also learned about absentee owners. So some of these businesses say you can be an absentee owner, meaning you don't have to put a lot of work or do a lot of work. And then there's other businesses that say the owner is the operator, where you need to be ready to operate the whole thing. We saw that with a trade newsletter, right? It was saying that the owner themselves wrote all the letters and things. So you not being a trader buying that business probably wouldn't be a good call. So that's what I feel we learned today. I don't know if you guys learned anything else, if you saw anything of that, but I am still pretty excited by how much a newsletter can make in terms of profit margin, and how that business model works. Just sad that none of these are in my range. Now, could I build my own newsletter? That's a good question. Should I build my own newsletter? Hmm, it's a good question. Do you guys do newsletters? I don't. I don't even check my email, man. I got like thousands of emails. So I don't know. I just because I'm not a newsletter user, I probably wouldn't get the newsletter. I probably wouldn't get the business. Probably wouldn't know how to do it right. Um, but yeah, and I keep on looking over there because that's where my chat is, but my camera is here. So maybe I should move my camera here. I might do that next time. So let's get into just a Q&A. Oh, did the wrong one again. Let's get into Q&A. Let me move my chats to front of me here. So I have a couple Q&A. Some asked me about the power washing. Sorry. And some people asked me about a few other things. So yeah, let's get into Q&A. Make sure you're posting your questions in. Let me center myself, make sure I'm on screen. So first thing, some people are wondering about the pressure washing, right? The pressure washing business, which we see all over the internet as an easy way to make money. Truth is, pressure washing can be a great side hustle that you can do. In fact, it can even be a low startup cost. And what I shared on last stream is that a pressure washing business really comes down to, can be just as simple as um, local marketing. You can just start it with local marketing. It's not so much about getting yourself listed on Google and putting up a website. No, it's not that. It's you go get yourself a logo and make yourself some signs and flyers. Don't even buy your pressure washer yet. Don't even buy your pressure washer yet. Just get yourself some lawn signs and flyers and put them around town. Put them around some local areas where you think pressure washing could be in demand. I hear pressure washing would be really important for people that go to the desert a lot with dune buggies and things like that. Think of those neighborhoods, and you put up your signs and you go and drop off your flyers. Now, of course, you could pay a service to do that. There's one in my local area I learned about called The Walking Man. If you Google The Walking Man, it's a service that'll go flyer neighborhoods that you ask. Now, that costs money, but if you want to bootstrap this, you really just need to pay for your signage and your flyers. You say, I'll pressure wash, call this number. You drop that off at all these places and wait to see if anybody gives you a call. If they do give you a call, you still do not need to buy a pressure washer. You can rent one. You can rent a pressure washer just to start your business. Go get that, take that money until you actually have enough profit to buy your own pressure washer. Then you could start pressure washing. Now, the things you have to be careful about pressure washing is what type of pressure washing you can do. You may need to go on YouTube and learn about pressure washing with soaps and detergents and things like that. There's also ways you can do this wrong. There's ways you can ruin people's cars or products or businesses. So having insurance is going to be important. Now, you can always take the risk and do this without it, but it's definitely something to think about. You don't want to pressure wash a dune buggy that maybe is on the barely about to break and then it breaks and then you owe the owner some money. So there are some risks about it. But it is something that is pretty low lift you can do. There are people that claim, and I haven't seen this as being as successful, but claim that pressure washing just trash cans is a service. So instead of offering pressure washing driveways, dune buggies, you say, hey, I'll clean out your trash cans with my pressure washer. It's 20 bucks a can. What do you say? You can still rent the pressure washer for that, but this is more not a flyer type of thing. It's a go door by door. Hey, I'm washing trash cans. I just did your neighbors. I'll do yours. It's $20 a can. What do you say? You get enough houses to say yes, you can do it. This same strategy also works with junk hauling businesses. It's a little more difficult, but junk hauling is similar. You could put a bunch of signs all over the town about junk hauling and then say, call this number. And if someone calls, you rent a U-Haul and haul the junk. You don't even need a truck. And that's how you can bootstrap the business. Again, you're going to need to figure out what to do with the junk after you get it. The junkyard has fees. You're going to have to work out your pricing. Is it a lot of junk, a little junk? It's a little more complicated. But those types of businesses aren't things you need so much online advertising as you can do local business. So when people are asking about that, there are things called the Junk Academy, the Pressure Washing Academy, but honestly, you can find a lot of this stuff for free on YouTube. But if you want to buy one of these academies, you can. Just learn, you're going to learn more of the fundamentals, and the marketing and how to get customers is usually not so much in there. But maybe they'll teach you about the insurance, or maybe they'll teach you about some other things. So it's always good to sometimes have a always good to sometimes have a mentor. But that's pretty much what it is. Yeah, life with the moldy green walkways, even pressure washing roofs is a thing, but you just got to watch for your safety. So that's kind of it. And please hit me up in the comments with any more questions if you have them. I'm happy to answer them. I'll continue the Q&A, but a lot of you were asking about the pressure washing because I just did a video. Same with Amazon FBA. I'm not discouraging anybody from Amazon FBA. In fact, people can make a profit with Amazon FBA. And JM, if you're still here on YouTube, let me know. Hit me in the Q&A. I'll answer your question. But Amazon FBA is definitely more riskier than what many of these gurus lead you to believe. Well, it depends on which way they're telling you to use Amazon FBA. But those guys that tell you to go to Costco and find something that's selling for very cheap, buy a pallet of it, and get it through Amazon FBA, that's a risky move. You're going to need money to buy that pallet. And then once you send it to Amazon, there are fees for them to do the service for you. There's also a fee if those products hang around in the warehouse too long. So making sure that product has a good velocity of sales so you're not getting hit with the fees. You'll see in my comments, and I've had people even talk to one-on-one, even the guy I opened my bank account for my business told me he lost money doing Amazon FBA. A lot of these gurus say it's a fail-safe, it's easy. It's almost guaranteed profits. Be careful. Be careful. There are people telling you use your credit card to buy your pallet of stuff at Costco. I wouldn't recommend it. I really wouldn't recommend it. Can you make money doing it? Yes. Yes, you can. You need to really understand the whole business model, the fees, and do the research. It's something you could probably, if you do a full-time, pay attention, put your nose to the grind to learn about, you could probably learn and feel comfortable within a month on how to do your first. But you could still have a risk to losing money. You'll still have a risk of losing money. Now, the best side hustle really depends on what your knack is, right? If you're looking for just something that you can make some spare cash on the side, there's a couple apps I vetted. Rover, which is basically you're just a dog walker. People say, I need a dog walker, and you say, I can walk your dog, and you do it. It's all in an app, just like Uber. Just like when Uber says, you're pretty much going to Uber, say, I need a ride. And then someone else goes, I can give you a ride. That's what Rover is. There's the same thing like this, which is Papa Pals, which basically it's an elderly person saying, I need help moving a box. And you just say, I'll help you move the box, and you get some money. These are pretty easy side hustles, best side hustles for you to make some spare cash. You're not going to quit your 9 to 5 doing any of these, but there are ways you can make some spare cash. If you want to look at some other side hustles in your local area, any type of party planner are looking for people. They're sometimes looking for blackjack dealers, believe it or not. Think about it when you go to a corporate event or a birthday party and they have those makeshift casinos. You can be a blackjack dealer. Those guys make around $70, $80 to $100 for 4 hours. It's great because it's on night and weekends outside of your working hours if you're one of a person that works 9 to 5. So that's good. I have someone on YouTube saying they started a kid's book. They saw the video. I imagine you saw the video that said you can make a kid's book, put it on Amazon KDP, and make money overnight, right? The kid book side hustle, those gurus show you how to publish the book. What they're missing is how to sell the book, how to market the book. There's a lot of my followers that have gotten books onto Amazon KDP and have not sold it. You're going to have to invest in marketing. You have to get mom influencers talking about your kid's book. You may have to get advertisements running about your kid's book. And if your kid books is good and it's driving good reviews, 5-star reviews, it'll start rank higher in the search engine. The way you get a kid's book or any book on Amazon or any product on Amazon to be a sustainable, good business is you have to get it organic traffic. You'll never be able to buy your way to success with these if you have a dud product anyway. Now, what the advertising and the influencers can do for you is get you enough customers to then um, uh, give you a bunch of reviews, and because your book is good, and then it helps you rank higher. But you're going to really need to study SEO. You're going to need to study digital marketing for you to give your book a good shot on Amazon KDP. Now, before you go pay for some rando for their digital marketing course on SEO or whatever, I recommend you go to these sites instead. There's Skillshare. The link is in my bio. What I like about Skillshare is that it's one fee for a whole year, and you get a 30-day money back guarantee. It has people that made book courses on SEO or whatever, but you can complain about the quality of the course to Skillshare. It's a safer place to learn before you buy something just straight off someone else and you have a complaint. There's really no path. So check out Skillshare. There's also Coursera. Look up SEO, look up digital marketing, buy your courses from there. And I'm not doing it because I'm an affiliate or anything with it, but because they have money back guarantees and it's way cheaper. These digital marketing gurus are out here trying to sell you a course for $500. Skillshare is $100 for the year, $8 a month. And then if in 30 days you don't like it, you can get your money back. And if you don't like that course, there's others for you to take. Where these guys are charging you $500 for one course. I'd rather you go to something like Skillshare or Coursera, get the learnings there, and understand if this is even for you before you go spend $500 on some course. I have someone on YouTube saying, I did the KDP with kids book and never worked for me because it took so long to make the book and it was way too difficult to get eyes on it. That is the problem. It's not impossible to get the eyes on it, but you planned too much on your book and didn't plan on your marketing strategy. This is a test of time. You can make a killer product in your garage, but how are you going to tell people it exists? That is business. That's every business you're going to come across. It always comes down to sales and marketing. You can invent the best thing in the world, right? The best thing in the world. But if nobody knows it, did it get created? It's that whole tree analogy. JM, yes, Skillshare. The link is in my bio. I think since you're on YouTube, you can go to my description, look at my link, and then scroll down to resources, click Skillshare. I think there's an offer if you want to look at it. But yeah. People need to get that even hustles require time and consistency. They do. Side hustles require time and consistency. And if they align with these, if you have these three parts of your side hustle, you are set up for success. One, it aligns with a passion or belief that you have. Two, it leverages a skill or talent that you have. And three, it fits your schedule, or you can get it to fit your schedule. If a side hustle has those three components, then you will win. You are set up for success. A question on TikTok. So how do you feel about side hustle contracts? For example, medical courier with Amazon. You'll have to get a little bit more details here, Alicia. Medical courier contract with Amazon? Is that what you're talking about? Anytime know how to stream on Instagram. Yeah, again, I used OBS for streaming on Instagram. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize I was stuck here on Instagram chat. So thank you, buddy. Yeah, Skillshare was right. Skillshare, is that right? Yes. Hey, thanks for doing what you do. You're awesome. Thank you. Rover for dog walking. Yes, Rover for dog walking. What was the dog walking for elderly? The elderly is Papa Pals. When do I start selling my farts? Thank you. How do you spell the one for elderly? Help. Papa Pals. PAPAPALS.com. Check it out. Sorry, Instagram. Your chat was frozen. Didn't see that. But cool, I'm at 8 o'clock now. I typically go live for an hour and a half. I started a little early today. I'm still open to answering more questions. I have till about 8:15 if you guys have more questions on side hustles. Like I said, most of these side hustles that are out there, there is merit to them. You can make money to them. Typically, what's going on is they're over exaggerating the how much money you can make and how easy they are because they want you to buy the course. Doesn't mean you can't make money doing drop shipping. What I like about drop shipping, it has its pros. It's low startup cost. It's where you can start to get your feet wet and learn about e-commerce. I'd rather you learn about e-commerce through drop shipping than buying a bunch of products with your credit card and then realizing you don't know how to sell them. That's a big benefit of drop shipping. But expecting to make $1.2 million, $3 million in drop shipping is just not realistic. I really question, and most of the people that are saying they're making 1.3 to $3 million drop shipping, again, they're talking about their gross revenue, how much they made before they take out their cost of business and everything. They may be making 200,000, still great business, but they're not making the $3.3 million. They're only doing that to sell you the course. That's why they're sharing that with you. No, I heard there are contracts for medical couriers or contracts with Amazon. Yeah, so the medical courier contract, which I did cover, I think the guy was in the chat. He was mad at me that I called him out on it. But the medical courier contract thing is this. You can make money for it. You can make money with it for sure. Setting the expectation that you're going to make $700 a day consistency is just not right. If you look at what the average is, it's around 75 to 200. That doesn't mean if you don't put your mind to it, you can make more. I'm just telling you what the average is. $75 to $200 a day. You can get the contract, but there are also certifications you got to pay for. There's Bloodborne, HIPAA, and the more certifications, the more high-paying jobs you can get. So those are things you have to think about. Amazon contracts is similar. Sometimes the business isn't consistent. So, yeah. Yeah, the wholesaling houses is, again, most of the people that are selling these courses on wholesaling houses and making you the middleman, what they're making you is their lead generator. Wholesaling houses takes a lot of telemarketing, takes a lot of vetting leads. So they love to find grunt people or people to do the grunt work for them, which is do the cold calling. See if anybody wants to sell their house, put their house under contract for a lower price. They're training you to do that with that course. And then they'll give you a little bit of a portion and you're learning how to do this yourself. Wholesaling houses, oftentimes these gurus are having you cross some moral lines too, which really worries. Because think about it, who's going to put their house under contract for lower than what it's worth? It's probably somebody that's super old, doesn't know better, naive, maybe even mentally challenged in some way. So there's a lot of things going on with wholesaling houses. The few realtors I talk to say it's not something that they see consistently or get consistency. It happens maybe once every 18 months for them. But to say you're getting that monthly, you're probably crossing some moral lines on the wholesaling houses things. And these people that are selling you the dream, giving you this hope trap, they're really looking for you to do the grunt work for them. I just saw Dusty come in on Instagram. Hey, Dusty, I'm glad you're here. Good to see you. We went through a lot today on Flippa. We're in Q&A today, right now. I thought about doing headlight restoration as a business because I'm pretty good at it. It's legal. Oh, it's illegal to just put flyers on cars, though. So I'm guessing I would have to go door to door or Facebook groups. It's interesting. That's interesting, customer centric. I think the other you could do, so you're looking at, the thing is the headlight restoration is something you go find cars, and if you see a car with that problem, you put the sign on on their door, and that's where it's illegal. It's a challenge. You would probably have to do SEO optimize for your local area, headlight restoration. Make a business on Google Maps called Headlight Restoration. Look into digital marketing. Skillshare could be a good place, but you're going to have to get creative on your marketing, how to get people to do it. There's something called Google Trends, trends.google.com. Put in there headlight restoration. See if people look for that. I could ask property owners if they can place flyers on their cars in the lot. Oh wait, what is it? Very true. You want an easier way. Someone has offered 1,200. Is my family is possible? I have a team. I want to make a YouTube channel based on my book. Is it possible to do it? It is possible to do it. Absolutely. You can do that. You just need to put the work towards it and really think about it. But I do like that. I do like that idea because you're trying to get people to buy your book. So if you make this YouTube channel, it's the way you're going to promote your book. But you're going to have to learn about how to make YouTube content that gets eyeballs, gets attention, all that stuff. It's available. That stuff's out there. You could certainly learn it. But yeah, you'll have to do that. Right, I said I'll go to 8:15. Any other questions? I'll take a drink real quick. Do you guys know about these water bottles? I didn't know. Um, so they're called awalas, and I guess it's because you look like a koala. You drink out of them. I didn't know that, but now I hate it. Now I hate this water bottle. But what are you gonna do? What other questions do you have? Have you read The Fast Lane by M.J. DeMerico? No, I haven't. I do have a list of books I recommend for people that's on my um, uh, Amazon storefront, and you can definitely check that out. I'll take a look at this book and see what it's about. But oh, Millionaire Fastlane. No, I'll have to take a look. I'll have to take a look. I haven't. Any initial takeaways from hunting on Flippa for side hustles? Stuff to look out for? Is it worth it? Yeah, I think it really depends on what. There's so many types of businesses there. There's so many types of businesses. I'm very weary of drop shipping stores, especially ones that have only been around for 6 months to a year, because there's this whole drop shipping game that people do, which is basically they go on TikTok and they search TikTok made me buy it, look for whatever products are getting a lot of virality, and then they go find that product on Alibaba, and they start making very similar. They may even download that exact video that went viral, put it out there, and then they'll get success. But then a lot of people are doing it, so that product isn't going to sustain. But then they go on to Flippa to sell it, and you'll look at it and go, wow, this thing's making revenue. It made $3,000 over the last 3 months. But what you don't know is the product's already oversaturated in the market. So I'm very wary about buying drop shipping things off of Flippa. Unless it's been around 2 or 3 years long, you see a sustainable income there. That's one. The other is looking at where the traffic is coming from. What country? There was one SaaS I saw that I was pretty interested in. I was making profit, and I saw most of its traffic was from Russia. Not saying there was anything nefarious about it, but it made me worried. And then I looked and saw that the videos on there was in Russian language. I said, oh, do I need to speak Russian to run this business? I asked the owner. He, in fact, confirmed that, yeah, it's going to be helpful if you speak Russian because most of these customers are from Russia. He was from the United States. There's a lot of sanctions when it comes to Russia, too. So also pay attention where your traffic and your customers are from. There are plenty of success stories that you can find of people buying great businesses off of Flippa. There's probably just as many stories of people failing buying products on Flippa. But business is a risk. It's a calculated risk, and that's what you just have to watch out for. It's going to be, something that you just need to pay attention to. How do you select what product to be best to sell? So I'm assuming this is around drop shipping. I know there's a tons of different paths through drop shipping. Trend one, which I mentioned, go on TikTok, made you buy it. But then there's another one where you find a product of what. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it. I'm going to try and get into long form. I'm going to stop being precious about it and just do long form stuff on YouTube. But when it comes to your product on drop shipping, you want to find a product that solves a problem and then really get trained up on product marketing. Start Googling product marketing, start asking ChatGPT to teach you about product marketing. Product marketing is all about positioning a product and talking about its benefits rather than its specs or what it can do. What is the benefits to the consumer? Think of a fan. Say, this blows air. Is that a great selling point? Or this will make you 10 times cooler. That's the benefit. So you're really going to have to figure out what product can solve a problem and how can you highlight the benefit or use to the person. If you do that, you're going to be a way better person at selling products online. And then you just need to start making videos around those benefits and things like that. Again, think of it. A fan, you can either say, this thing blows a lot of air, or this thing makes you really cool. The thing that makes you really cool is more enticing to the person than this thing blows a lot of air. So that's going to be your key to any dropshipping product, is being able to position it with its benefits in its right way. If you do that, you could start to build a brand around it. You know who's notoriously great at this is Apple. A laptop is a laptop at the end of the day, but Apple's really shown the brand has built a lot. So those are things you have to think about. Last minute questions before I end. I've got 3 minutes left. You gave tons of honest info. I hope people paid attention. Thanks. Thank you, Life with Lee. I appreciate that. Give me a lot of hearts and engagement on the way. Those of you on YouTube, that's my babyish channel, so I do appreciate you 5 viewers there. Any likes or anything you can give me there, I'd really appreciate it. I'm growing there steadily. Here on Instagram and TikTok, I have more than 100,000 followers on each. On YouTube, I only have less than 3,000 followers or subscribers, so I'd love to grow more. There is so much misinformation on YouTube. It's crazy when it comes to side hustles, or there's just content that scrapes the surface. Content that teaches you how to make your Amazon store, but not how to make it successful. Content that says, this is a great side hustle. Let me show you how to make your dropshipping store, but not telling you how to sell the stuff. It's actually insane that I see people with more than 1 million followers where that's all they do. They look through what's being searched on YouTube and make videos around it without really thinking about how they can help the people make these side hustles successful if they start them. And I don't put that as a judgment. I put that because I'm one of those guys that wasted my time. I tried to do a YouTube automation after finding some videos on it from one of these gurus. I tried pinning Amazon links to Pinterest after I saw one of these gurus saying you can make money doing it. I uploaded a bunch of photos to ClickASnap after someone told me I could do it and make money through views. That was on YouTube. There's so much of this information because so many people are out there just looking for ways to make money. It's easy to just get the views and likes and make this yourself. As I said, it's kind of weird because I'm doing it myself, but I'm trying to give the honest truth. The honest truth doesn't go far. I could tell you that. People, that says it's easy and fast, those get a lot more likes and saves and shares than someone that says these side hustles can work, but it's going to take time, effort, but it could be fun. No one really likes that stuff. Or it's less likely to get a like and share, but it's what I'm continuing to do. All right, I'm at 8:15. I appreciate all of you guys tuning in. I hope you found it helpful. I think we learned a lot today about Flippa and looking through those products. Before I go, crush that heart button. Keep on smashing. I really do appreciate all that. That does help the algorithm. Tells the social platform that I'm doing something right here. So I do appreciate all that. But I'm going to end the stream now. Got some videos coming. I will be live on TikTok most likely Monday from the treadmill, Wednesday from the treadmill on Instagram, or both. Actually, I'm going to be on TikTok and Instagram, both of them, both days. So Monday, Wednesday for more Q&A if you have anything. But I think this one was a good day. I definitely felt like this stream was one of my better ones. I appreciate you guys all tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, thank you.